A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. At that time Jesus arose and went away to the region of Tyre and Sidon. And he entered a house and would not have anyone know of it, yet he could not be hidden. But immediately a woman whose little daughter was possessed by an unclean spirit heard of him, and came and fell down at his feet. Now the woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by birth, and she begged him to cast the demon out of her daughter. And he said to her, "Let the children be first fed, for it is not right to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs." But she answered him, "Yes, Lord, yet even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." And he said to her, "For this saying you may go your way. The demon has left your daughter." And she went home and found the child lying in bed and the demon gone. The Gospel of the Lord. Before I just share with you a commentary on the Gospel, it crossed my mind while we were going through the Old Testament reading. We had taught that Solomon asked God to bless him with wisdom, and that wish was granted, or that prayer was granted. And clearly he wasn't all that wise, because he went away from practicing the faith. He started worshipping idols, and he followed what some of his wives were doing. So maybe sometimes even those who have most of the wisdom and blessed with a lot of wisdom also succumb to the ways of the world and get lost on their journey of faith. Anyway, let's consider what we have in the Gospel today. The woman in today's Gospel reading is one of the most striking characters in the Gospel of Mark. Jesus is in pagan territory in the region of Tyre, and is approached by a pagan woman. Jesus shows a marked reluctance to engage with her. It is not fair to take the children's food and throw it to the house dogs. He is, of course, implying that the children, the people of Israel, should be fed first. Jesus seems to have seen his mission as initially a mission to the Jews, and only later, after his death and resurrection, as a mission that also embraced the pagans. However, this particular pagan woman was not prepared to wait. She cleverly retorted that the house dogs can be quite happy with the crumbs that fall from the children's table. In other words, there is no reason why the children and the house dogs, the Jews and the pagans, cannot eat at the same time. In response to her insight and perseverance, Jesus promptly ministers to her. There's also a story in the Jewish scriptures of Jacob wrestling with God. The pagan woman could be understood as wrestling with Jesus, at least verbally. Sometimes we might find ourselves wrestling with the Lord. We don't take at face value what the Lord appears to be saying to us. We come back to him, as it were. This morning's gospel reading suggests that such a way of relating to the Lord is not lacking in reverence. The Lord relates to us out of the fullness of his heart, and he wants us to relate to him out of the fullness of our hearts, without censoring what is to be found there.